In this video, we'll go through the topic railway signaling, its definition, its objectives, and its classification. Coming to the introduction, mainly a signal is being provided so as to control and regulate the movement of train effectively and safely. It includes the use and working of signals, points, block instruments in a predetermined manner of safe and efficient running of trains. Now, block instrument means when a train is entering the block section, a signal box will be there in front which will set the block instrument to specify that the train is there on the line. That means in a defined section of track, only one train can occupy at a time. Block section means it is a specific length of track, and if in case already a train is there, then signal will be there which informs that already a train is present. Now this all things are predetermined manner for providing a safe means and an efficient means for the running of train. It also enables the movement of train to be controlled in such a way that utilization is taken to the maximum. That is, all the tracks are utilized to the maximum. Now the definition. Signaling is a medium of communication between the station master or the controller sitting in a remote place in the office and the driver of the train. Coming to the objectives, mainly the signaling is done so as to regulate the movement of train so that they run safely at some maximum permissible speed. A safe distance is being maintained between the trains that are running in the same line in the same direction. And if in case two or more trains are going to approach or going to cross each other, then the signaling system ensures safety. It also provides facilities for safe and efficient shunting. Shunting means it is the moving of railway trains from one track to another. So it provides facilities for this safe and efficient shunting. It also regulates the arrival and departure of train from the station yard. It guides the train to run at restricted speed during the maintenance and repair of track. It ensures the safety of train when it comes in contact with the road traffic at level crossing. Now coming to the classification of signals, based on the characteristics, there are 4 classifications. First one is the operational characteristics, second is functional, third is location wise, and fourth one is special characteristics. And the basis for this classification of operational is communication of message in audible and visual form. And the examples include audible is detonators and the visual form is hand signal or fixed signals. Coming to the functional characteristics, it is signaling the driver to stop or to move cautiously, proceed or carry out the shunting operation. And the examples include stop signal, shunt signal and speed indicators. And depending upon the location wise, there are reception and departure signals, and the examples for reception or departure signals are outer, home signal, starter and advanced starter signal. There are some signals which are meant for special purposes, so it is coming under the category of special characteristics, and the examples include calling on signal, repeater signal and speed indicator. Now let's go through the important types of signals in detail. Audible signals are or examples are given as detonators, or they can be called as fog signals. So when the climate or the weather is foggy or cloudy, the hand signals or fixed signals are not that visible. So in this case, the driver won't be cautious that signal is going to come. So in order to make them cautious, detonators which contain explosive materials are being fixed to the rails by means of clips, and this will be kept around 90 meters ahead of the signal, and this will indicate the presence of signal to the driver. And once the train passes over the detonator, it will cause them to explode and the driver becomes alert and he'll start looking for a signal. Now this is how a detonator will look like. It is being clipped, and when the train moves over this, it will create sound, and this will make the driver more cautious and he'll start looking for a signal. Now coming to the visible signals, and this include the hand signal. We already know what is the hand signal. That is, red, green, flags, etc. will be fixed to a wooden handle and it will be carried or held by a railway personnel who is assigned on duty. And this is the thing which happens in daytime, and when it is night, hand lamp will be there, and again the green or red slides will be used. That is, a movable green or red slides will be used. Then comes the fixed signals. They are firmly fixed on the ground. You might have noticed while going through a track or when you are moving through them that some signals will be fixed onto the ground by the side of the track. And again, these signals are classified into caution indicator and next is a stop signal. Now, caution indicator means what? It is fixed signal which is provided for communicating that the track ahead is not fit for running the train at normal speed. So when the driver comes across this kind of signals, he'll be more cautious. And this also is being used when some engineering works is going on ahead. These are the different stop signals which are being used. One is the outer signal, next is home signal, routing signal, starter signal and advanced starter signal. So the outer signal and home signal comes in the reception signals. That means the signal which control the reception of trains into a station. While the train is entering the station, some signals will be there which control the entry, and that is the reception signal. So the first two, that is the outer signal and the home signal, is coming under that category. Outer signal is the first stop signal at a station which indicates the entry of a train from a block section to the station limit. This signal is provided at an adequate distance beyond the station limit so that the line is not obstructed once the permission to approach has been given. It is provided at a distance of about 580 meters from the home signal, and this signal has one arm but has a Warner signal which is nearly 2 meters below the same post. When the outer signal is in the on position, which means it is a stop signal. So if it is on means it implies it is a stop position. It indicates that the driver must leave the train to a stop at a distance of about 9 meters from the signal and then proceed with caution towards the home signal. If the outer signal is in the off position, if it is in off position, it implies it is to proceed. It indicates that the driver does not need to reduce the speed of the train if the home signal is also in the off position. Now coming to the home signal. After the outer signal, the next stop signal towards the station side is the home signal. It is provided right at the entrance of the station for the protection of station limit. When a home signal is in the on, that means it is in the stop position, it indicates that the train must come to a halt. If it is in the off position, off means here it implies it is the proceed position. It indicates that the particular line is free and the train is permitted to enter cautiously. Coming to routing signal, it is necessary for the driver of a train approaching a reception signal to know the line on which his or her train is likely to be received so that he or she can regulate the speed of the train accordingly. So here, various signals will be fixed on the same vertical post for both main and branch lines, and this is known as the routing signal. These signals indicate the route that has been marked for the reception of the train. Next comes the starter signal and advanced starter signal. These two are the signals which control the departure of trains from the station. So this is known as the departure signal. Now the starter signal controls the movement of the train when it departs from the station. The train leaves the station only when the starter signal is in the off position. As this, the signal controls the departure of a train and it comes under the category of departure signal. Now the advanced starter signal, this is the last stop signal provided for the departure of train from a station. This signal is provided about 180 meters beyond the outermost point or switches and marks the end of the station limit. Now comes the semaphore signal. Semaphore signals consist of a movable arm which is pivoted to a vertical post through a horizontal pin. Now this can be used either as a stop signal or as a warner signal, and these signals will be operated by hand lever or it will be operated from the central cabin which is being provided near the station master's office. Now coming to the position of signal, two conditions will be there. One will be the off and next will be the on. If the arm position is horizontal, then it indicates what? It is a stop or danger. So basically the semaphore signal is used as what? It is a stop signal, and if it is in horizontal position, it implies the position of signal is on and it indicates it is a stop or danger. If it is a night time, then this will be having a red light to indicate that it is stop or danger. Now coming to next position, that is this horizontal arm will be inclined and it will be kept at an angle of 45 degree to 60 degree below the horizontal. Now this indicates that it is a off signal, and if this is the condition, then the indication is it is to proceed or the line is clear. Now this is a semaphore signal. Here you can see the arm in horizontal position. So in daylight, if this arm is in horizontal position, it implies that the driver has to stop the train. If it is in night condition, then along with this horizontal arm, you will see a red light which indicates that the train has to be stopped. Now, if in case the arm is inclined to 45 degree or 60, that means it is in downward direction below the horizontal, and then what happens? The green light will start to show. And if that is the condition, it implies that the driver can proceed and the line is clear. Now coming to warner or distance signal, here you can see that the handle is in horizontal position and the red light is being shown. Here the handle is being inclined and a green light is being shown. This warner or distance signal is not actually a stop signal. It is in ahead of, or it is in advance of the stop signal. It is actually a permissive signal and it is intended to warn a driver the coming condition of the block section which is ahead, or that he is going to approach a stop signal. Now the most respective aspect of a permissive or warner signal is that the driver can pass the signal even when it is in on position. Even when it is on position, he can move. It is not a stop signal. It is actually a signal which is in advance of a stop signal. So it is actually providing a warning to the driver that ahead there is a possibility that a stop signal can be there. Now the warner signal is placed on the same post of the semaphore signal at 1.8 meter to 2.1 meter below the semaphore signal, and it is painted yellow and exhibit yellow or amber color at night instead of red. Coming to color light signal, here you can see the four aspects of color light signal. If it is stop, then red color will be shown. If it is one yellow, then it is indicating to be cautious. If it is two yellow, it is to be attentive. Then if it is green in color, it implies to proceed because the line is clear. These are the color light signals. So in this system, the driver perceives the signal through colored light. Special lenses and hoods are there to protect the light. So even during the brightest sunlight, the driver can clearly identify the colors. Mainly there are three types. In that includes 2 aspect, 3 aspect and the 4 aspect. If it is 2 aspect, then the signal will have only 2 colors. One is the green and the red. If it is green, the line is clear and the train can be moved. If it is red, then the train has to stop. If it is 3 aspect, then 3 lights will be there. Green, yellow and red. Red means stop, green means to move or proceed, yellow means to be cautious. 4 aspect means it is green, double yellow, yellow and red. So double yellow indicates what? To proceed at full speed but be prepared to pass cautiously at the next signal. So the indications are: red means it is stop dead, yellow means proceed cautiously but be prepared to stop at next signal. Double yellow means to proceed at full speed but be prepared to pass cautiously at the next signal. And green means proceed confidently. Now coming to shunting signals, these are the ground signals. They are mainly used for shunting operation in the station yards, and therefore they are known as the shunting signals. So they are having a shape of a circular disc which is having a red band on a white background. Now this can revolve in a vertical plane by pulling the lever by hand. Now I'll show you the shunting signal. See, what you can see over here is the shunting signal. It is being there on the ground on the side of the track. So because of this, they are known as the ground signals also. Now you can see over here, this is the shunting signal. Okay. Now if you're pulling the lever, then it will go down, and if you're keeping it in position, it will be showing exactly like in a horizontal position. Now when the red band of disc is in horizontal position, it indicates that it is a stop signal. Okay. Now if it is showing red light at night, it also indicates stop. When the red band is in inclined position, or if it is showing green light at night, it indicates the line is clear and have to proceed. Okay. So this is the condition. If it is in horizontal position, if the arm is in horizontal position, it indicates to stop. And if it is inclined position, it indicates to move. And this is basically used for the shunting operation. Now there are some additional signals like the calling on signals, point indicators, etc. Now calling on signal is useful when the main signal fails, and in order to receive a train, an authority letter has to be sent to the driver of the waiting train to instruct him or her to proceed to the station against which is indicated by the signal. So in big stations and yards, the stop signal may be situated far off from the cabin, and the calling on signal gives the quick reception of the train even when the signal is defective. Now there are some signals which are used as point indicators. Now this indicate whether the points have been set for the main line or turnout side. Now if it is a night, white light will be there on this point indicator. It indicates the main line setting is there if it is a white light, and if green light is being shown, then it signifies a turnout side setting. So depending upon the different kinds of signals used, there are different classifications. So the main type classifications has been discussed, and the rest of the classifications can be simply learned from the notes.